Hey everyone, and welcome to the February preseason for the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League. We have 6 matches today from teams that didn't make the cut for the main tournament. We decided to do a preseason round just to let me see if all of the changes I made worked. If there's any freezes or things working as not intended, I can fix them tonight before the real matches start. So, no huge pressure on these. If we freeze, I'll just go to the next map and not worry too much about it. This is mostly just to give people who did not make the main tournament with their team a chance to see it in action. And I ran through them enough to know that they're not going to freeze in the first 5 seconds, so should work out. So, without further ado, let's get the party started with our first teams. Fig 3 with Hope You Brought Maintenance, and Hero 3 with Tub Thumping.
Let's see if Tub Thumping brought maintenance or not.
We're about to find out. Well, they didn't bring a bunch of monsters, so that's that's a start. We have Discount Dave the Thief with Precision and Weapon Guard and a long-range bow. Thomas the Tank, a Singing Knight. This is probably our breaker. Dancing Daisy the Monk, another dancer. And Blasting Betty the Samurai looks like a second breaker.
We've got a bunch of Reflect Mails, bunch of Cursed Rings, so that's gonna be interesting.
For Tub Thumping, we have the classic Elemental Samurai. We have a basic skill Catching Concentrate Lancer. Of course, the knight is named Knight, pissing the knight away. We have a Chaos Blade Maintenance Knight, so maintenance is in fact brought.
It does have Regenerator and move HP up, so that's a very bulky knight. So it's gonna have plenty of time to try and get those Chaos Blade procs.
And Reflecting and Cursed Ring as well, so that is... It's going to be the battle of this knight versus the rest of the other team. And then we have a Stat Knifed Thief with Throw and MP Switch.
It's 9 move, 15 speed, so those are gonna be some big throws.
Alright, so we will be using the same 3 maps for all of these because I didn't generate them fast enough. But whatever, it's the preseason. We'll start with Big Map Bed Desert.
This map definitely can prove difficult for some teams. A lot of extra terrain, a lot of some extra verticality. That is a big fireball to start.
And I am sure that I am sure that I dropped Fireball back down, so maybe that thief is just weak to fire, because those are not the 18 power balls of last season.
No, that being said, it is coming off a 15 speed throw, so I'm not sure about the compat.
And there's that new dancer ability, or buffed dancer ability there.
Woof.
Those
324 eaten by the MP switch.
Still huge fireballs, yes. Huge enough, in fact, that I'm going to open up Patcher and look at that just to make sure.
Oh, triple haste. That's big.
Let's see, what was I thinking of? Items, Fireball.
252 does drop that Lancer down to critical. The Knight trying to get in range, but 3 move not doing a lot. Another big throw. That's going to bring that Monk down.
So, whoopsies.
What'd you do?
So, remember how I said it was already fixed? It was not.
Wasn't. All right. Well, that'll do it.
So we are patching with this. Again, this is why the preseason exists. And we are properly patched with the correct sized fireballs. So, second verse.
Right. Ludo said, did you get water and Yagyu?
Yes, I did. Although, now that you ask me about Yagyu, I'm like, did I? I did get water, though.
Well, let's see if he drops a big Yagyu or not.
Haha, I'm so good at this.
So is that a no?
Probably. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. So anyways, this is why we do preseason matches.
Yeah, I definitely think the preseason is a good little sanity check.
Anyways, moving on.
Alright, running it back. Thief's gonna do the same thing. It's not gonna one-shot this time. Good damage, but definitely not gonna kill.
Oh good, it's fixed.
Shot back for 180. It is gonna get eaten by that MP switch.
There's a lot of undead on these teams. It occurs to me that bringing maintenance is probably not going to help if you can't crystallize the opponents.
This is true, yeah. I guess the Curse Blade doesn't do anything against an undead team, does it?
Hope he brought,
Was it Ice Wolf?
Ice Wolf,
whatever
yeah.
One... Yeah.
The battle of the throws goes to the first thrower, as you would expect.
Right, 33. Pretty hefty Wisnibus.
We will see if it is as big a deal as people were making of it. Ooh, that's a big sandstorm. But no...
Damage split, gonna bump a bit of that back from the Knight.
But no procs, I'm guessing no overflow on that Samurai. Those stat knives hit pretty hard, too.
Ooh, wow. Inflicted a Berserk? What inflicted a Berserk on the Monk?
Another thing I have to fix, probably. Yeah, looks like stat knives are just adding Berserk. I will fix that in between rounds. Fortunately, it didn't matter for this one, as they died immediately.
In non-FFT news, my girlfriend just brought me ice cream. That's very exciting.
definitely better than not ice cream.
Kiku gonna drop that samurai. A lot of units getting low here. That damage split is gonna drop that Lancer down.
Let's see. What was I looking at? Stat knife.
Counter flub, but did break a piece of gear there.
Oh, I know what happened here. So the stat knife, before it was a stat knife, was rage knife. But I abandoned that and apparently never fixed the patch.
That'll do it. A lot of undead sitting on 0 now, so we're probably going to see some people get up pretty soon.
Sure enough.
But not enough.
That one was tub thumping, I believe.
Yes.
Let me do a quick swap over to fix the knife. Patch.
It's from a local custard place. It's Jarling's Custard Cup. It's vanilla ice cream with fudge and butterscotch and whipped cream. It is fantastic.
Make everybody jealous. Load faster. Alright, so anyways, that aside, let's go to small map 19.
Small map might help a little bit, but again, not being able to crystallize is going to make a big difference. That really makes that tank not quite as helpful.
Oh, nuts. Is this the one I said was banned? It is. I meant 16, not 19.
All right, pretty quick win there.
Wrong number. Yeah, that's one of the ones that is banned because it is broken.
Another fireball at that thief. 162 does a lot of damage and a jump right off the bat.
It's unusual for someone to be fast enough to be able to pull that off immediately. That's interesting. That thief goes down in a hurry.
And that knight's very slow too, so.
And he doesn't get haste from the Masa, so he is going to take that jump.
But only 162, he's got a lot of HP. And a shell bust stab.
Which appears to have healed the zombie. Is he wielding a blood sword?
Yes.
Ah. So he still breaks, but he heals. Uh-oh. That's a pretty big reversal.
Yeah, tough charm there. Regenerator really does help a fair bit versus that was Nibus, but a 252 drops that unit real fast.
Earth Slash for only 78 isn't going to get the revenge. Those are pretty big stat knives. And finished off. Well, that'll take care of the charm. And hey, there was a A missed break. So the code is working.
Yeah, Stat Knives may only have 5 WP, but the fact that part of their damage formula is speed-based, and that Thief's got 15 speed, he's still putting up big numbers.
Don't mind me not looking at Stat Knife to see if it's got the wrong WP or anything.
Knight getting some songs off, but a lot of folks on the cusp of coming back up as undead, so let's see if this is going to continue. There's a Lancer. Lancer going to jump on the Singing Knight. $208, that's a big Muramasa. Monk is up.
Now, Ludo, whatever would give you that idea? Other than that being the accurate case of reality.
Life Song doing a lot of healing.
It does have the stats, yes. You could see it when you were going over the formation screen. You wouldn't be able to get to 15 if it didn't have the stats.
Why does that Samurai have a death sentence 1 on it?
Presumably a... that.
Oh, that'll do it. It's undead, so it won't do anything.
That reminds me, I should, make it cancel. Let me write that in my notes to do tonight. Death sentence, when it finishes on an undead, just cancels itself. Okay.
See, I believe they're just gonna not target that Samurai now.
Yeah.
Though not super sure that matters. Things looking a little grim here, so. Yep, and that will do it.
And we do go to a game 3. Not patching or anything. So yes, very good that I have done this, because boy, this would have been a shenanigansy regular season.
Yeah, because I think there's a fair few stat knives floating around.
And
definitely plenty of throws.
And having all the eyes on it is nice. Alright, medium map 107.
Yeah, a little bit, Ludo. 9 WP plus stats across the board. A little strong. And inflicts Berserk.
I picked one of the weird mediums.
Yeah, a whole lot of height in play here. Archer starting up top was a big advantage.
Although I don't know how long he's going to stay standing.
168 Kiku's not going to last too long in the face of that. 168 Masa.
It really is a slow night. Fireball and find somewhere nice to die.
Was Nibis going to bring him down before he gets a chance to do anything else?
Oh, that's another
jump on that samurai.
Another jump, and that's probably lethal too. Charging up for when the Lancer lands.
.216 not lethal, and counter flood, big damage.
I guess the life song was what kept her out of range.
Time Strike does indeed put that Lancer down. That's going to be a hefty sandstorm.
Just a quick self-haste before she tries to climb into the fray. That Bard song keeping the team up is really doing work.
Your life song being free, reliable, and pretty fast healing is pretty nice. I mean, 45 per song is a lot.
Especially since it works on undead. Give yourself defend as you continue your climb.
And a big Time Strike.
Yeah, Life Song is significantly weaker than it was last month, and it's still really good.
And the Thief gets up. Depending upon how things go, this match might take just a little bit of time because of all the because of the terrain and the undead. That Thief made a huge cross-map run there to get that throw in.
Yeah, the +1 jump on the stat knives really coming into play there. Why would you do that? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter since it's a 3v1, but like, geez.
In the in the eventual AI rework, probably trying to make them not inflict death sentence on undead units is not a bad idea, since it doesn't do anything.
Ludo, I suspect that has something to do with the fact that the unit had nothing else it could actually do. Like, that knight just, with its Chaos Blade, well... So yeah, Fig takes that one. Good job, hope you brought maintenance. Now we'll check out Break 4's Manosphere versus Cross 4. What the fuck am I doing? I don't know who Kevin Samuels is, but I'm guessing he's someone in the Manosphere. We have a Weapon Guard Parrying Sword with Equip Shield on the spell blade, so looks like this is a very durable sword skiller. We have an Eyeball, the one with Mana Burn and Dampen. We have Modern Woman the Dancer with Persia rather than Kashmir, so she'll be moving to start. And a lot of speed. They start with 7, so 3 pieces of speed on gear to get her dancing quickly. And Sister Code the Mime. So another dancer-mime combo. And down for Cross, we have Emery the Mediator with a Stone Gun and Elemental. A single stat knife thief with Auto Potion and Maintenance. And Punch Art to clear the slow from the Mediator, it looks like. We have a mutilating, shattering goblin, and it's not really a panther, but nobody ever edited the sprite, Tonberry. So let's see how that goes.
Tonberries being kitties is delightful, in fact.
Yeah, their sprite was changed in battle.bin, but not in world.out, so... Or wherever that gets stored.
Alright, don't have the
This is
9 range throws, so gonna take just a moment for people to get in range of each other.
There's Dampen, which is a one-shot immediate use of the Dancer skill. The eyes being kind of the anti-mages of the monster tree.
A little punch from the mime there, not a whole lot of damage.
It is not a dance type move break. It is a one-shot that mimics the dance, but is just a normal move.
A lot of stat nerfs coming through here.
And mostly for stats that the opposing team doesn't care about.
$135, a good hit from that Mutilate.
There are actually a lot of monster skills that can be mimicked. That is only one of them.
And the swords spell blade, I was about to call it a sword sage, which really isn't wrong either.
No.
Spellblade puts it down with just a poke. Does not have to use any skills. Ooh, 238. That is a big gunshot.
That looks to be good compatibility, because I think it only does, what's 15? 225 normally?
Oh, and there's a Shadow Stitch. That is unfortunate for that Spellblade.
Yeah, I'll put a column for what's mimicable, Ludo.
Yeah, actually, that would be neat to know. I didn't really think about any of that, TBH. I just kind of assumed that most monster skills weren't mimicable unless it was a thing that was potentially already a mimicable thing.
Oh, Sicken on the Mediator.
Chef's Knife is going to put that eyeball down. I'm going to do her best.
Yep, in fact, Sicken, so... Well, at least we know one of the hacks I made this month works.
Turn Punch has better vertical than I thought it did.
It does from the monster, not so much from the monk. So Cross takes game 1, and we move on to a smaller map, 16, which I think I edited on the sheet to give me the right one. Oh, good, I did.
Alright, still a little distance between them, but the smaller map, not sure if it's gonna benefit Break or not here. Is gonna put his units closer to that Tonberry, that Goblin, that Thief.
So from a technical explanation, Ludo, Sicken I hooked in on physical evade, so any attack that is physical that can be evaded, even if it has the can't be evaded box unchecked, if it's a physical formula, it will add Sicken. And then I also added it into the O3 WP times WP formula. So that should be every physical attack that triggers it.
Auto Potion doing a lot of work for this Thief here. Has already procced twice, almost completely negating the damage he's taken. Or she has taken, rather.
Uh-oh, Shadow Stitch. Oh my god, that animation.
Yeah, the animation's really good.
Another thing I'll have to go in and edit for tomorrow.
You don't have to. Maybe Tonberries are just terrifying Eldritch Horrors.
I mean, reasonably
Ludo
accurate.
likes it too. A neat little thing in Final Fantasy XI, which I know a lot of people haven't played, they actually gave Tonberries a fair bit of lore in that game. You know, I don't know that it's, canon to the greater Final Fantasy multiverse, I suppose, but yeah, fair bit of lore.
Which game did you say gave the lore?
Final Fantasy XI, the first MMO, gave a lot of Tonberry lore. Another Shadow Stitch coming out. That is a really strong ability.
Although it costs you to get it.
This is true. 4,000 JP, not cheap, and it is on a very, it's on a slow unit without a lot of movement.
That's not the 6,000, is it? Huh.
It is not.
I might need to make a note to mess with that number some next month. I don't know why I was thinking it was the 6,000.
Yeah, 6,000 has the blood whatever it was.
Although, maybe you said we know he's slow. Is he, Now, 362 is too beefy.
Not as slow as I thought. 9 speed.
Oh.
But does only have 3 move, Tonberries.
They're probably one of the stronger units of this, Alright, so I'll make a note of that. I wonder how many people are running them, because, boy, they are very good.
Not many. I definitely considered it, but I did end up giving the edge to different units.
So Cross takes it 2-0, and we move on to Fig 2's 3D Chess versus Ludo 1 Keter's Dew.
Both teams I'm very excited to see.
So, alright, 3D Chess features the Pawn, the Knight. No, Subtlety is in a different matchup. They're both cut. I think. Tournament files, signups, Ludo. Your 3 teams in the event should be Kujata said, help I don't know how to name, and in the beginning the universe. So that's correct, right, Ludo? Okay. We did not fumble what actual teams you brought. That's good. So, 3D chess, we have Bloodsword, Damage Splitting, Maintenance Knight. This being a maintenance,
with a reflect ring,
probably the breaker. Rook the Knight, which has Abandon, and weapon guard with the parrying sword, so very difficult to damage from anything but the back.
Yet another reflect ring there.
Bishop the Oracle with an angel ring and item, and throw item. So that's the support unit. And Queen the Wizard with Counterflood and Overflow.
That is Counterflood, Overflow, Summon Magic Secondary, 15 MA, and a Faith Rod. Magic Ring, also a pretty useful item. That wizard's going to cause a lot of damage with those spells.
Alright, moving on to Ludo, we have Spellblade the Spellblade with a Nagra Rock and Draw Out, and Counterflood and Overflow. So there's a lot of dangerous things this Spellblade has access to. We have Thief of Stars the Thief with a Stat Knife, Guts, and HP Restore. That's a combination I was really curious to see used. And I guess the 40 Brave is less of an issue when you can just keep surviving hits. Bind the Ghoul with Throw Spirit, Drain Touch, and Difference. The new Difference. Let's see how that one plays out. And Bone the Living Bone with Knife Hand, Death, and Kotetsu.
See if difference makes a difference.
Well done. We'll start out once again at Bed Desert. Fig and Ludo, two of the titans of the event, so looking forward to see how their teams that didn't quite make the cut goes. Ludo on the bottom here, moving up, and no long-range throws for once. And the Knights also can't get into range to break anything.
Wizard charging a big spell. Is it gonna get it off in time? Alright, Throat Punch. Good damage on that Oracle and does stop the cast.
Oh no!
Oh, that's so much damage! Second spell did not matter because the first one did it.
Jeez. Also, I'm happy to see Throat Punch actually doing the thing. That's nice.
Little chip damage coming out here, and they're not gonna wish that wizard back up.
Because he didn't destroy enough of his team already.
There's a Shell Bust Stab, gonna start the breaks, re-raise on the Oracle, power sources herself, and she is back to mostly full. Wizard starting another cast and is gonna bail.
There's a Muramasa, but it does not trigger. I believe Muramasa adds dead, right?
I think you're correct.
Throw Spirit keeps that wizard from doing the gross things that it does.
Ghost being very mobile, so Wizard definitely could not get away. Ooh, big Counterflood, 120. No proc, but a lot of damage.
It is worth...
Oh, and the offensive power source!
It is worth noting that I am certain that Overflow works. I have tested that one extensively, so that's not something we have to keep track of. That just works.
That knight is now undead. Ooh, and an offensive throat punch just for funsies. Nothing to cancel there.
Well, time for another Throw Spirit. Bonk.
That Oracle's poor throat. It's been punched 3 times.
There's some sandbagging going on, but that Wraith is hearing none of it. That wizard is staying on the floor.
I don't think I have, Ludo.
There's a quick heal for the ghoul.
Damage split, keeping the knight up pretty handily here, but can only last so long.
Thief just very happy punching every throat he sees.
It's very rude.
Including mine, apparently.
Kotetsu's from the Skelly, pretty scary. You know, not using the old Kotetsu formula, of course, but still a hefty AoE there. Spellblade does get back up.
And an added bonus that, added bonus of healing the entire team. Since they're all undead.
It definitely has, yeah, strong synergy with other undead units there. Almost like you designed it that way. That's weird.
Imagine that.
First crystal we've seen so far this day. That damage split is keeping this knight in it, but not for much longer. He's getting real low here. And that'll do it.
Ludo takes game 1. Yes, thanks, Ludo. Small map 16 is probably going to be even more to Ludo's advantage, so...
Sure is your Jank Reflect team. And yeah, those extra casts are they have potential. That being said, you do so much damage, you didn't need the second cast.
Well, it is worth noting that the 2 reflects saved the 2 knights who would have been dead as hell to that blizzard.
That is true. Alright, Kiku coming out, but a damage split gonna pop some of it back, and an auto potion gonna heal it, so very little damage. I think the Spellblade lost that trade.
There's another death charge. Yeah, that 0% is because the blood sword can't deal damage, so it's going to be absorbed, but it can still, well, there you go.
The HP restore triggering the HP restore.
There's everyone's favorite throat punch.
266, that wizard goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Drain Touch and the Oracle is very low on mana now. And fighting for the other team.
The allure of the undead. A Hellcry punch to break her out of the charm, I guess. Yeah, that's a choice.
Yeah, the Spellblade is having a run of bad luck, but I am telling you, for certain, Overflow works. I've, like, traced it, stepped through it a bunch of different times, a bunch of different circumstances. It knows.
If Fuse 2 had landed, might have had a chance here, but I think that missing might have about spelled the end of this match, I think.
I do not believe I made Confuse 2 faster, no.
That throat punch putting in a lot of work.
Well, Thief's weapon is pretty low on WP, so it only makes sense that he'd be using speed times PA. Had to have a little think.
And take it just a moment to consider her choices. And it's not gonna matter. This wizard is getting bullied by this ghost.
Bonk. Speaking of Kotetsus,
Down to the 2 knights now. Both are very tanky. Gonna take just a little time to bring them down, but looking like their team is in trouble. That's a big throw stone.
so if this is the team that Ludo decided was not good enough, what did the other 3 look like?
To be fair, this is a little bit of a tough matchup. Bloodsword not being able to do any damage does mean that that knight is considerably less functional.
Yeah, 3 damage is not where you want to be. If that's all you can accomplish. Throat punch. Oh, just the knife.
Actually, just gonna stab him. He heard us making fun of him and got self-conscious. How do you throat punch somebody from the back anyway? It's just a neck punch.
I don't know if it.
Which, I mean,
if it's
a neck punch also sucks, but
maybe it's a hook.
just sort of reaches around and like karate chops.
Is that self-destruct?
Wizard trying so hard to get a cast off, but it's just not happening.
Amusingly enough, it looks like he's going to get 2 this time, because the skeleton is charging death on him, so the rest of the team's going to ignore him. Or her, I guess. Big full heal, but probably not going to matter.
87% on that death, so good chance that she's gonna hit the floor here. And she does.
Healing for 300, not actually all that big a deal.
Yeah, 15 MA and Faith. All of that wizard's numbers are big, except for her HP. HP not very big.
Run away.
The ghost's weakened sprite looks so sad. Gonna cast death on the near fatal. But it might not matter. This Kiku is gonna put them both down, and that'll do it. 2-0 for Ludo.
Which means we go now to our 2 late entries who forgot that the deadline was the 14th. So we have Advent with Monster Tactics and Ara with Welcome to the Butcher's Shop. I think there's additional words there. Can I take your order? Alright. We have, from Advent, Monster Tactics. The name of a different Final Fantasy Tactics mod made by Emoji. and the namesake Hydra leading off the team. This is the Tier 2 Hydra, it looks like, with Triple Flame. Taiju, Please No Bully. Doink the Bloodstalker. So this is
That's the tier 3.
the Tier 3. We'll see how Blood Ritual does. And Tree Hugger the Knight. Looks to be a throw item auto potion, just a big fat knight doing supporty things.
Yeah, Reflect Mail, very defensive.
For Welcome to the Butcher Shop, can I take your order? We have Butcher the Bloodstalker, so it is a Bloodstalker mirror. Beef the King Behemoth. Impossible the Taiju, and Soylent the Marksman. Yes, Lava Bolt is back down to a... What is Lava Bolt supposed to be at?
Does also have item and throw item. So both teams having some differences, but a lot of similarities too.
See, Lava Bolt is supposed to be at 12, so let me quickly fix that. Boy, just so many things that I missed.
Okay, with a lot of eyes, we do kind of have everybody in the lookout here. So even tomorrow during the normal matches, plenty of eyes to make sure WP is appropriate and stuff like that.
It would just be better if I did it right the first time. But alas, that is how it goes some days. I had a lot of changes this month, so some things fell through the cracks.
It happens. And I mean, when you're staring at the same sheet, at the same, block of code, at the same whatever for that long, it's super easy to miss tiny stuff.
Well, it's just that, like... So, just loading up the assembly for the month, let's see. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 assembly level hacks that I made in a week. So I was very heavily engaged in that, which led to missing a few of the things on the patcher side.
Suppose we can forgive your mistakes this time. Anywhom, Advent versus Aura.
In which, interestingly enough, they share 2 team members.
Honestly, a fair bit of similarities between the 2 human units as well. Both having both a little bulky, both having item and throw item. Very similar design philosophies here.
Oh, Ludo. He might kill me.
All right, Bloodstalkers moving in first. Neither team having a ton of speed, so acting in pretty much the default sort of order. 216, a big hit on that Tonberry.
Which is pretty crazy. Up, there's the guarded. That is a missed. One,
no
2,
proc
3.
on the Dark Wisp. I didn't see the PA up icon, but I don't know if it's supposed to show the icon or not.
Let's see.
Chef's Knife gets a dead proc on the other Bloodstalker.
I'm checking Ludo.
Taiju's dropping some big heals. Another Chef's Knife. No dead proc, but just kills it anyway. No proc again, but doing some decent damage.
Stab up.
I say, do you want to verify that the PA is going up on that behemoth from those stab ups? It should be 3 higher than the default currently.
What is the default?
Let's take a look. That's a king behemoth.
So yeah, that is not working. So I will have to make a note to fix that. Let me see what stab up looks like. Oh yeah, okay, I just didn't change the formula over and also did not write the formula. Well, whatever. I'll fix that for... Actually, is there any behemoths on any team other than this one?
Yes. Yes, my team has a behemoth.
Alright, I'll write it up tonight then. Adding it to the to-do list.
Alright, we see an Almaguest coming out. Not a lot of damage, but it is going to hit 3.
Alright, I've made a note to write the stab up formula. Which is actually super easy, barely an inconvenience, so that'll take me like...
Okay, wasn't sure.
It'll take me like 5 minutes.
See, I wasn't seeing the little sword +1 icon, but I wasn't sure if it was supposed to show that or not.
Yeah, if the way that things are coded, it just basically always does it.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought, since that would, like, make sense, but there are also things in tactics that don't make sense, so...
So many things.
Still haven't seen a proc from that Dark Whisper.
I love how their heads just fall off when they damage split. Please don't. Anyways, the Taiju's doing what they do best, keeping the team alive.
Definitely very, very strong support units. Seems like quite a few people running Taijus this month. I opted to run the tier 2 tree, the Trent, in the hopes of that Protect Shell re-raise, but I think all 3 tiers are pretty strong.
The double hit.
This Hydra putting in big work. Oh, and another Almaguest coming out. Again, not doing a ton of... Oh, did a lot more damage that time.
It's missing hit points, so...
That's right.
Now it'll do 10. Phoenix down on Tonberry seems like it's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Thanks to...
Guts definitely. Ooh, that MP switch.
Guts
Stab up
triggers!
Wow, and the massive meat bone. Why did Stab Up only do 5?
Because Guts.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it took me a second to remember, like, why did that just oh, right.
That makes sense. I wasn't sure if it was going to display the full number but just leave him at 1, or... Yeah, okay.
It actually reduces the damage in Formula to 1 beneath their their current hit points, which is what's necessary to make the it's what is necessary to make the reactions go off.
All right, I believe that was Aura taking it.
It is. And let me do a quick fix. Patch. Alright, so we go to 16. And maybe Advent will have a better time with his Hydra actually having the proper ability.
Everybody going to be able to get in just a little faster to each other here.
Yes, Dark Whisper does have the correct proc, because that was pre-existing.
Now, do we see a proc? Because we did not see a proc last match. Does not hit.
What sucks, Cross?
And a dead proc on the Chef's Knife.
Shoop.
It's Tonberry on Tonberry violence.
Big old heal. Oh, now let's see what the Hydra can do.
Does get eaten by the MP switch. And no procs on either hit.
Bonk. But as usual, Tonberry stands right back up. I did not break procs.
That was a choice.
Well, he wasn't in range to do anything else, so...
Alright, fishing for some more hits here. And nothing.
Chef's Knife proc. Which notably is proving that procs do still happen without overflow. Because Tonberries have guts.
But do they happen with?
I mean, I'm certain they happen with, because I've tested it just a billion times. The guts and the meat bone.
Big meat bone.
Oh, that's a huge miss there. The other one does
That isn't.
not.
But the damage split. I'm curious, I wonder if can Guts proc on damage split?
No. Guts is only attacks.
Okay, I assumed as much.
So it doesn't trigger on, or it doesn't function on poison either.
A big life break brings that tree down, and Chef's Knife gonna bring it back down. Things looking rough for Advent here.
Just a little life break as a treat. But yeah, being stuck on a sandbagging knight with just Phoenix down is not where you want to be.
Tonberry healed up. Things looking a little grim here. Not sure this knight has much of an answer. Yeah, right cross, something like a life orb effect. Just loses a percentage of its HP every action.
Anyways, Advent's team concept was fine because the other team also used it. So we'll call this one a draw.
For what it's worth, my my 4-monster team does also have a behemoth in a tree. I really think a behemoth in a tree is a solid core for a team. All these things hitting the knight, and several of them just healing him.
Nope, the tree survives for long enough to, well, see the archer, I guess. Boo. No comeback here.
Cross, not only is it just a pretty bulky unit, but also having MP switch, and the fact that the tree's heal does also heal MP means that that behemoth is potentially pretty tanky because it's going to get so many free MP switches. Assuming, of course, the tree keeps healing it.
I suspect this one is over. Leaf Dance. Notably does not damage teammates.
Life break healing the knight.
And back to the Phoenix Downs.
Here goes the Tonberry to put it back down.
Yep, defense is 25% reduced. That is in and working. So that knight is just super tanky.
And healing for 90 off of every one of those.
I'll never die.
Phoenix down the tree. Tonberry kills the tree.
Another stab up.
He's slowly losing HP cross.
Uh-oh. The Taiju moved
Oh.
forward, and now we have the Bloodstalker able to, bring in the Chef's Knife coming forward.
The move HP up. This knight is so tanky.
It is worth noting that a knight built like this is just the brick wall among brick walls.
No proc on the chef's knife.
Gotta say, hell of a knight concept.
So the knight is on team 1, so theoretically he only has 99 Phoenix down. I believe that's correct, right? Player 1 has 99, player 2 has infinite, I think.
You know, wouldn't even know. Uh-oh. That's not a dead proc. I think he gained health this rotation.
Alright, yep, gonna turbo mode this. Oh, and there we go! Finally, 2 big hits back to back will put him down.
Hoo boy.
That is 2-0 for Ara.
And now we have the caster matchup. You and me.
Alright, both cut teams here. We've got yours first, and it's pretty scary.
Thrall the Spellblade with Elemental, Weapon Guard, a Parrying Sword, and Overflow. You know, the one that everyone wanted to see. Also with a Reflect Ring. Bonk the Squire with Tidal Axe and Target. And Attack Up. Taiju the Backup Plan. Gotta keep everybody alive. And one-shot 4 kills the Summoner with Short Charge and Zodiac.
Moving over to my team, we've got Figurehead the Lancer with a Dance Secondary, Weapon Guard, Equip Axe, 18 weapon power, move HP up as pretty beefy, and does have the Wisnibus for the dance. Figurine the Bard, also very tanky. Tsushin 2, Angel Ring, HP Restore, White Magic, move MP up. Pretty beefy, has the Life Song and the PA Song. Figment, the Mime, and Fig Tree, which was originally a tree, but I was using a tree on another team, so I switched it to a pig.
Still a tree in every way that matters. Also, Nose Breath had its capital R lowercased. Sorry, everybody. So we begin, once again, at 82.
If anybody missed it, this team is a tribute to Fig's Timmy team. After all, the names do have Fig in it.
Pig getting the start. Lancer moving in to dance. Mime coming in.
And they're singing most likely the PA song, because I don't know why he would heal yet. That is probably gonna land and kill, almost certainly.
Yeah, Hoo boy.
That's a Leviathan. That will kill that Lancer. It did not kill the Lancer, actually. Incredibly surprising.
Well, she didn't cast Zodiac, so...
gonna get some extra damage. Damage split on a Wiznibus.
Good old trees. And that's a 180 target.
Pretty big bonk there. The Mime getting in range. Gonna swing for 189.
Spellblade.
Dancer moving up, but he is gonna keep dancing. Ooh, that's gonna sting. No procs.
And a Leaf Dance takes out the Lancer and hurts the Mime, but the Lancer looks like she's going to be standing right back up.
Big oink. Oh no. Oh no.
Another Leviathan.
That will hurt quite a lot.
Pig goes down just before the Life Song can keep him safe.
But a big punch from that Mime.
The Pig being down is, Oh, looks like he's going to try and come back up. I don't know if I have Fairy on the Summoner or not.
Life does bring the piggy back up. Interesting that she keeps casting Leviathan instead of choosing one of the bigger spells like Zodiac.
Zodiac is very slow.
That's true. A lot of chip damage coming through. 264, less chip damage. that's just damage.
Okay, so she does actually have enough MP to cast it. I was like, wait a minute.
Nibus putting the summoner down. It's just the tree. And tree could do something here maybe, but looking a little rough.
Tree deciding not to revive is probably going to seal this one.
Does, however, kill the Mime. Lancer opting still not to jump, which is interesting, but that's okay. Another Oink coming through. He is going to bring the Mime up. Oink doing some work.
I think we know how this one's gonna end.
Yeah, I think the tree's gonna die to this. Yep. That is one for my cut team.
Yep. Figure it out takes game 1. Let's see what happens game 2.
Starting a little closer might make a difference. Especially because everybody's going to be clumped up if your summoner gets a Zodiac off. That's probably all she wrote.
She does, Ludo. Bonk the Squire. Bonks.
A 144 bonk in return. Still no procs. Are we sure Overflow isn't broken?
At a certain point, you have to just conclude that we need to double check.
But I do see a summon coming out from that summoner. Let's see which one it is. Kind of hope it's a Zodiac, even though I'm pretty sure that just kills my team instantly, just because I want to see it. It is another Leviathan.
The speeds aren't lining up well for it. Although, that did a lot of damage anyways.
Yeah, that did not feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I gave Leviathan specifically because sometimes teams are just too fast.
Yeah, looks like the Pig is 11, Lancer and Mime are 9, Bard is 8 speed.
Big heal.
Definitely a big swing back from that heal, yeah. That's several Wiznaibai.
Wheeze Naibai.
But Life Song, likewise, getting the double Life Song is such a huge heal.
Let me think. Yeah.
Gonna Life bringing the Piggy back up. Was marginally more judicious this month with my Resurrect on my teams, just because of how often last month I got stuck in, like, Revive and Phoenix down loops.
Lancer escapes.
Tree is getting a little low here, although that damage, oh, Magic Spirit is going to bring the Spellblade back up. A damage split, very, very strong.
Yeah, the splits are what's taking down the Lancer, so... Just a sword swing, I guess.
When I was designing this team, I found the Lancer, female Lancer can get the same PA as a Dancer and still be more durable than a Dancer. So opted for the Lancer for the primary Wiznibusser.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Wiznibus scales just based off of the skill itself. Because, like, one extra damage just doesn't actually matter all that much.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, the durability does.
And, assuming she would ever use it, as a backup, her jumps coming off that, that huge WP, her jumps would also do a lot of damage.
Missing that damage split was pretty important. Yep, so...
And that did it.
So I picked the right team to take out.
For what it's worth, I do think that the dancer mime teams, it really is a sort of, some teams have no chance against it, and some teams will completely roll it. It really just depends upon your reactions.
So we have, for the last match of the night, Hero 4 on the home team, and Ludo 2 with Subtlety.
It's okay, Fig. I mean, let's see how things go next month. Who knows? Maybe I'll run it back.
Sid at home with sword magic and a long sword, and the usual maintenance. Samurai at home, the Taiju with Leaf Dance and Magic Spirit. Chemist at home, the Mediator with the Stone Gun and Item and Throw Item. And Beowulf at home, the Marksman with 2 Arbalists, presumably for Heartbreak Strikes. So all a bunch of imitations of other classes here. On the other side, for Ludo, we have Great Head, the Hydra. We have Thick Pork, the Porky. Haswood, the Taiju. And Trent, the Trent. Very subtle, Ludo. So we'll start with large map 82. The quad monster team is probably going to be a bit of a headache for the Breaker Knight.
A little bit. Monsters definitely, especially with the extra breaks available from, goblins and stuff like that. The increased viability of monsters is sort of an indirect buff to, or indirect nerf to breaks. Coupled with the reduction in accuracy, breaks definitely took a big hit this month, I think.
Bonk. Bonk.
2 hits does kill.
I'm pretty sure that was not a trigger. That was just doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, 126 twice.
Healing the Hydra with the tiny little counter flood.
Alright, but that's going to bring it back up. That 2 trees makes for an extremely durable team.
Oof, counter for double what it took initially.
Seems that their Hydras are definitely favoring Dark Whisper over their other attacks this month.
Yeah, I will be re-examining Overflow in the context of these matches. Great value Chemist with the Phoenix down.
What a big hit from the piggy.
Ooh, double revive, what Taiju is known for. And the pig is isolated and taken out.
Hydra did die in a tough spot.
Yeah, trees have a major terrain weakness, and this one is... Ooh, a trigger.
One proc on the Arbalest for the double hit. There goes the Hydra. Piggy gonna be not too far behind. Tree gonna be not too far behind for that matter.
Maybe the more even terrain will be good for Ludo in the smaller map, but really not good today. Damage split only able to counter the second attack. Makes it slightly worse against those dual wielders.
We've definitely seen from high brave trees, though, damage split putting in a ton of work, making them way more durable than their already significant HP would indicate.
White button, no work. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, the AI is a little wonk with buffs sometimes. I know we sort of had that discussion in the channel. Several of us have definitely seen buffs happen above 50%.
Apocryphal.
But it doesn't. Yeah, but in the script it says that it typically doesn't. So I don't know.
Well, that's a very rapid knight right there. Electing not to go with the nose breath that all knights love.
And a proc on both. That's 280 damage coming out from that archer.
Pretty big heal from the Taiju, though. And no big luck from that.
Definitely seems they significantly prefer Dark Whisper now over their other options.
I imagine if there's someone at a health where their other options one-shot, it might happen, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep an eye out on that. Either way, Dark Whisper is a good option, so...
Yes, definitely. Very significant buff from last month.
Although sometimes that happens. Oof. Oh, Hydra, never change.
Still fishing for those hits. Fortunately, AI only able to do so much as far as, you know, restricting the casts to hit less than 5 tiles. A hefty leaf dance. Regenerator on the mediator, but not gonna do a ton because the straight dash, I believe, is gonna kill.
And now Sad Marksman just sits in a corner.
I think it was waiting on the re-raise, Ludo, maybe? That was my assumption anyway.
And Damage Split takes him out. Which brings us, I believe, to the final game.
Yep, the flat terrain definitely helped out a lot there, but
We're about to see the least flat terrain in the game.
gonna be a little tough for Ludo here, I think.
Oh, and they both start at the bottom.
Support units being isolated here, not looking great. Marvelous proc there. A little extra damage.
Bonk. Bonk.
2 hits. 2 out of 5, we take that.
Heal.
Piggy is going to chase that knight down.
Bonk. Bonk. None of the trees are happy.
Nope, this is a tough map.
The Hydra's coming down, and ooh, wow.
2. Again, 2 out of 5. We take those every time.
The tree is at least making itself a nuisance to kill.
It is totally distracting that archer. Knight does manage to stay up through the piggy's onslaught.
And it's the tree mirror.
the crit knockback. But the gun is gonna finish it.
And there goes another Whisper. Goodbye. Just making the point extra with the additional hit.
2 out of 5 would have been 3 out of 5 if it hadn't died already.
Oh, and that one's from the back. There goes the knight.
Ludo hanging in there. Still doing okay here, so maybe not quite as one-sided as we thought it might have been.
And it's time for another Whisper. 2 hits. 3 hits! Goodbye, Phoenix Down. And the leaf dance for the archer, too. So, Ludo, actually looks to be working out better than you thought. Power source instead of Phoenix Down.
Yet another Whispers.
2, 3, 4, 5 misses.
The pig takes a single step.
Now it looks like it's going to be a pig versus a tree.
No damage split. That's not good for that tree. Hydra goes down.
Another leaf dance puts her in near fatal. And the tree goes down. The pig running down to get involved.
Mediator is going to bring that archer back up. It's really going to come down to the... Oh, leaf dance on both. That's tough.
And Ludo does take the set. Ludo initially told me he didn't want to cut the team because he wanted me to be able to say subtlety is dead when the team finally goes out. But unfortunately, subtlety does win this match. Alright, so in spite of the several hiccups, let's say, at least we didn't have any crashes. I'm going to have to double check on overflow because that was either a really statistically aberrant failure of procs or something going very, very wrong. So we'll figure out which it is. And I know I need to do the formula for stab up. So, cool. Thank you all once again for participating, and I'm glad we had this idea for preseason. We'll catch you tomorrow at the same time for the beginning of the actual matches. Thank you, Korremar, once again for commentating with me, and
Always happy to be here.
and good night, everybody.
Later, y'all.